Okay, Femboy Classroom here, and we're moving on with our ASMR reading of Poor Things by Alisdair Gray. I had grasped my hair with both hands, and now I wrenched at it, crying, "Oh, what have they done together? Nothing whose outcome you need dread, McCandless." I noticed her romantic nature quite early on our world tour, and in Vienna paid a highly qualified woman to teach her the arts of contraception. Belle tells me Wedderburn is first in them too. Have you not told her how evil and treacherous he is? No, Mr. McCandless. I only discovered that this morning when she told me how evil and treacherous he is. The cunning fiend has seduced her with accounts of his debaucheries with women, McCandless. He has indulged in an orgy of confession. She says it was as good as a book. And of course, he declares that love of her has purified his life and made her a new man of him, and he will never abandon her. I asked if she believed this. She said, not much, but nobody had ever abandoned her before, and the change might do her good. She also said that wicked people needed love as much as good people and were much better at it. Go to her, McCandless, and prove her wrong. I am going, I said, standing up. And when Wedderburn arrives, Baxter, set your dogs on him. He is a burglar with no legal right here. Baxter stared at me with the distaste and amazement he would have shown had I told him to crucify Wedderburn on the spire of Glasgow Cathedral. He said reproachfully, I must not thwart Belle, McCandless. But, Baxter, she has a mental age of 10. She is a child. That is why I must not use force. If I hurt someone she loves, her liking for me will turn to fear and distrust, and my life will have no purpose. It will still have a purpose if I keep a house for her to return to when she tires of Wedderburn, or he of her. But maybe you can stop either happening. Go to her, woo her, tell her it is with my blessing. We're on chapter 9 now. At the window. I ran upstairs in a rage, which melted into grief at the sight of Bella, for her thoughts were not on me. Through an open door on the first landing, I saw her sitting at an open window, an elbow on the sill and her hand supporting her cheek. She wore a traveling costume. There was a strapped-up portmanteau at her feet, with a broad-brimmed hat and veil resting on top. Through looking into the garden, she appeared to me in profile, and in her expression and pose, I saw what had never been there before. Contentment and serenity, tinged with melancholy, at some thought of the past or future. She was no longer violently, vividly in the present. I felt like a small boy spying on a mature woman, and coughed to attract her attention. She looked round and gave me a sweetly welcoming smile. She said, "How kind of you to come, Candle, and keep me company during my last few minutes in the old home. I wish God could be here, but he's so miserable I can't stand him just now." "I'm miserable too, Bella. I thought you and I were to marry." "I know. We arranged that years ago." 6 days, less than a week. Anything more than a day seems eternity to me, Duncan Wedderburn suddenly touched me in places you never did, and now I'm daft about him. When the gloaming comes, so will he, stepping quietly from the lane through the door that in the faraway wall and padding, the latch with a cloth so it won't click. Then tiptoe, 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 up the path he will come, and stealthily lift the ladder hidden in that bed of curly kale. It is not well hidden. You can easily see it, and oh, how tenderly, how expertly he will raise it upright. How slowly tilt the top toward me till I can grip it and with my own hands place it on the sill of my window. You never did that with me. Then he will hurry us off to life, love, and Italy, the coast of Coromandel, where Afric's sunny fountains pout down the golden sands. I wonder, where will we end? Poor, dear Duncan so enjoys being wicked. He probably would not want me if he knew God would let us walk together out of the front door in broad daylight. And Candle, besides our engagement, I will always remember how often you visited me in the old days and listened when I played to you on the pianola, and what a wonderful woman you made me feel by always kissing my hand afterwards. Bella, I have met you only 3 times in my life, and this is the 3rd. Exactly, cried Bella with a frightening gust of anger. I am only half a woman, Candle. Less than half, having had no childhood. The bit of life Miss McTavish said we dragged clouds of glory into. No sugar and spice and all things nice, little girlhood. No early love's young dream womanhood. A whole quarter century of my life has vanished. Crash, bang, wallop. So the few wee memories in this hollow bell tinkle, clink, clank, clatter, rattle, clang, gong, ring, dong, ding, sound, resound, resonate, detonate, vibrate, reverberate, echo, re-echo, around this poor empty skull in words, words, words. Words, 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 words. So, we'll take a break there for the next part, and I will see you guys in my next reading of Poor Things by Alisdair. Much love. Femboy class.